What is happening? Welcome back to The Past is Alive. Today is an absolutely beautiful day, and we are hitting the road, heading up Route 22 to a couple flea markets in search of baseball cards, older toys, and collectibles. Let's see what we find. Here's the first stop, Blairsville, Pennsylvania, and we have Johnette Flea Market. How much are your books, you guys?
I can do two for $1.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones in there. 80s, 90s. Yeah, sticker books and like little golden books.
So I picked up a few things at Johnette and then decided to head up the road about another 45 minutes to one of my favorite places to go called Leidy's Flea Market. Here's a view from the road. Tons of people at Leidy's today.
Take the ball.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not seeing none.
How you doing?
Pretty good, yourself?
Good.
Anything on this table is 10 apiece.
Okay.
Anything on that table is 5 apiece.
That's all yours too?
That's ours too.
Okay.
And then these two pieces back here are more expensive.
Okay. And I'm mostly looking for baseball cards.
Okay, and I've got more. And these are, I think, more hockey in here, but a lot of baseball.
I'll get that.
Okay.
What else do you have? 3 Flair. Excuse me. These are all hockey or football and stuff too.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional, but I think they are.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Hockey and a couple football.
Yeah, a couple football.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll definitely take that.
All right.
I had to dub over this next part of the video because of obnoxiously loud music, but we're going to see a lot more collectibles. You see a Ghostbusters picture there, some Star Wars figures, and now a Willie Mays autograph picture with Mickey Mantle. That was $60, pretty awesome. And I know what you guys were all thinking by that lunchbox. Some more dirty, loose figures here. We have some TMNT and just other different toy lines overall. He had some carded stuff too, but this place was absolutely packed to the point where it was uncomfortable. If you're not paying attention, if you're trying to record and look at stuff at the same time, people will run into you. It gets pretty frustrating at times. But there's some carded figures, nothing really that caught my eye. This guy definitely had some pretty awesome stuff. A lot of pop culture things from the 80s. You're going to see some things that I brought back in the recap once this video is finished. We have some Lego Ghostbusters stuff. Some of that stuff actually gained a decent amount of value. This guy's prices were pretty ridiculous. As you can see here, cards in the showcase. There is a 69 Topps Roberto Clemente. This thing was beat up. It looks like someone took a claw hammer to it. You can see it. Or ran it over. It was $90, which I thought was pretty crazy. I just saw that card yesterday for $15 in pretty good condition. So there's some other card vendors there and whatnot, but nothing really caught my eye. There was a quarter box there, a dollar box full of top loaders, some more dirty action figures. Nothing really that I was looking for, and then just a whole bunch of junk wax in these boxes, and I didn't really even bother going through it. So I picked up some things. I left there. On my way back, I decided to stop by a place that I showed you guys once before. It's a high school in Blairsville. I love this place. This ledge is one of my favorites. It was not wax, and I had no wax, so I had to improvise. But lo and behold, I came across some file cabinets behind the school. After all that, it was time to head home. Let's recap it all. Alright, so I'm back from my travels, and I'm going to share with you guys everything I brought back. There's a good bit of stuff to go over, some pretty awesome deals. But we'll start out with the things that I brought back from the Blairsville Flea Market. I haven't been there for a while. I don't go there a whole lot, but every once in a while you stop and you'll find some decent deals. Some cards and like some older like 80s and 90s pop culture stuff. I found a box full of older books, and I could not help but bring these back with me. I think they were like $2 for $1 or something like that. But we have some older TMNT novels here. Six Guns and Shurikens and Buried Treasure. I don't see those all that often, so I figured I'd pick them up. And Voltron. I'm sure some of you guys remember Voltron or are big fans of it back in the 80s. This one actually has writing in it, but that just makes it all the more personalized. Can't even really read what that says. Courtney Wammerbrook, I think. But pretty awesome. Defenders of the Earth sticker book. Some of these can actually be pretty valuable. You see there's a $4 tag on this. Some of these, like, you know, real Ghostbusters and things of that made by Golden, they could carry a pretty decent price tag, but I like to collect these myself. Defenders of the Earth, we have an unused sticker book, and there's doesn't appear to be any writing in here either, which is pretty cool. So I had to grab that for 50 cents, and then a few of these Random House TMNT books. I made a whole bunch of these, but I remember having some of these back when I was a kid. They are pretty awesome. So for 50 cents a piece, cannot pass upon those. These two are actually the same. Donatello on the cover and Michelangelo. They have some other ones recommended on the back. So that was the very first thing I came across when I was there. The same lady that I bought those from had some other neat stuff too, and this is one of them. This is a sealed box of Kraft macaroni and cheese. The advertisement for Home Plate Heroes cards on the back. This is actually sealed from 1987. These may look a little familiar to you. I actually sold a stack of these in the most recent auction. We got Clemens and Chili Davis. 1987. Somebody sent me a box of these quite a while ago, a few years back. I still have it. I want to say it had Mike Schmidt on the back of it. But now I got Clemens and Chili Davis. So I couldn't pass. I think it was like $1. And the final thing that vendor had was my most favorite overall. I was pretty shocked when I saw this. At first I was like, is that an actual unopened box of 79 Tops? Obviously it's not, but still it is an empty 1979 Tops box. And as most of you know, I collect these boxes. And 2 pack wrappers from each. There's no pack wrappers inside, unfortunately, but I did not have a 79 Tops box, and now I do. So for $1, I thought that was a pretty freaking awesome deal, especially based off of comps if you look these up. So once I left there, I ended up going out to Leidy's Flea Markets. My first time back there this year. I think they opened like 2 weeks ago, but I love going there because I always end up finding random stuff, and it's usually like cards and toys. And the very first thing that I saw there that I picked up that you may have seen me pick up in the video, but is this 1990 Major League debut top set. I feel like I had one of these a long time ago, and I don't really know what happened to it. I'm not sure if I gave it away or just something happened to it along the line. But there's some, there's some pretty big names in this set. This one is still factory sealed. Advertising: Delano DeShields, Mike Bell, Steve Avery, and Scott Erickson. Not advertising Griffey. I guess it wouldn't be his first official appearance, but those are the big names to look for back then. But obviously, Ken Griffey Jr. is in here. Juan Gonzalez, John Olerud, Dave Justice, Sammy Sosa, Larry Walker. There's some pretty big names in here, so I'm going to keep that in my sealed set collection, so I was pretty stoked about that. Then the second thing I came across, I don't know if you saw this in the video or not, but I didn't really like highlight it at all, but I had to bring this back with me, of course. It is a framed Ghostbusters 30th anniversary. I don't know if it's, I guess it's a print. I feel like I saw this several years ago, back in 2014. I'm trying to film it so the glare isn't awful, but I thought that was pretty awesome. I think I paid $10 for this. Instantly, I'm like, I need that. I don't have it. This got to go in either my toy room or the shop, probably the shop. So I'm still looking for displays and decorations for the store, and I thought this was a pretty good one. The next guy that I came across, this caught my eye. He had a bunch of random toys from the 80s and, you know, Lego Ghostbusters, other stuff like that. But he also had this. I'm like, that is pretty freaking awesome. Battle Beast from 1986. Some of this stuff has a lot of value to it. I had this lunchbox at one point. I want to say I bought it at this exact same flea market a few years back. I ended up selling it. The lunchbox by itself typically sells for about $30. But I popped it open and a $10 price tag on it. It has a thermos inside of it, which is kind of like a generic thermos. There's no actual artwork on the thermos, but I was like, whoa, there's actually figures in here. So I was pretty excited about that. But we have 4 different Battle Beast figures in here. Some of you guys may remember this toy line from your childhood. 2 of them are the same. The Walrus, these typically are about $25 a piece with no accessories or anything. This one's usually around 10, and I was quite surprised by this one. This is actually like a rare Canadian variant, I believe. And looking at recent comps, the most recent one sold April 18th for $130. So that was a pretty nice surprise. So all that for 10 bucks. I thought I did pretty well on that one, and pretty excited about that. So had to grab those. The same guy that I bought those from, he had grab bags sitting there too, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I might as well take a chance. At that point in the day, I didn't really find too many cards, so I was like, whatever. I see some older like 80s, even early 80s hockey and O-Pee-Chee and stuff in here, so I might as well try my luck with two of these. And he actually didn't have change, so he sold me everything for 10 bucks. So the lunch box, all the Battle Beasts, and 2 grab bags for 10 bucks. So I figured we will check these out, and they are in true Goodwill fashion in Ziploc baggies. I think he told me I could have opened them up and looked through them if I wanted to, but I chose not to, obviously, because I like the suspense element. Maybe we'll find ourselves a Brett Hall rookie. I believe Brett Hall rookie's in this set. I could be wrong. Could be second year. Of course, feel free to scold me. We might see some Hall of Famers in here. It's possible. And we may see myself butcher some names. Rick Foley, that looks like it's from the early 70s. It's like 72, 73. It's in pretty decent condition for being stored in a Ziploc baggie. Doug Wilson, a few of him. Bob Bourne. Phil Housley, I believe, is a Hall of Famer. And we have some newer ones in here as well. That's early 80s, maybe 81. If memory serves me correct. Valerie Bure. This looks like 95, 96. Valerie again, Brian Noonan, Ulf Samuelson, Joe Juno, Mike Richter, Toronto Maple Leafs team card. You have to let me know if there's anything that I'm just casually gracing over here. Joe Watson, Paul McLean, one of these, late 70s, 77, 78 it looks like. It'd be crazy if there's like a Lemieux rookie in here. How nuts would that be? I've definitely bought in some random grab bags and boxes from the same flea market that ended up having some pretty awesome stuff in it. One video I made a while back had a ton of stuff, like a Jim Cott rookie and stuff. I paid 20 bucks for a whole box. So same exact place. Always finding cool stuff there. Yari Curry. And some more early 70s. Gary Smith. Some names that I'm just not really too familiar with. And I have no idea what year these are. That's a very creepy Doug Jarrett card, though. Very sadistic look on his face, and the way the ink is smeared makes it all the more creepy. And I don't even see a year on that, so you guys will have to tell me what those are. I'm not sure. Buffalo Sabres team card, and some more 95, 96 Ultra. For you hockey fans. Felix Potvin. I don't see any Gretzky's or Lemieux or anything yet. There's Al Smith, O-Pee-Chee scratched off. Mike Ridley, Chris Osgood, Al McGinnis. Alexander McGillney is a Hall of Famer, I believe. Could be wrong. Probably. M. This one's scratched off as well. Peter McNabb and Rick Middleton. So I'm surprised at the amount of early 80s stuff there's in here, and even 70s. So first grab back down. Not real sure if we had anything that was all too amazing in there. Brent Suter. These are mid-80s, I believe. And we have some baseball. 93 Tops. Coming out of nowhere. Charlie Hayes looks astounded by that. Greg Jeffries, Eckersley. So some 94 Tops. And we'll find Billy Wagner rookie card. There's Oral Hershiser. Dean Palmer. Dave Need, Chuck Carr, some names I was real pumped on back around this time. Jeff Conine, I've never seen that card in my entire life. And I'm pretty stoked about it. Pat Listash, oh, I would have loved this grab bag as a kid in the 90s. Another Pat Listash, all the better. Jim Edmonds, it's a second-year card of him. Jim Abbott, and the final stack of hockey. We got some more stuff to open as well, a couple more packs, and also a blaster box, and of course more stuff to show you. So Gary Simmons, what year is this? 75, 76. These are in pretty good condition. I am surprised by that. Prince Suter again. These are late 80s. Bernie Federico. Some duplicates. And 71, 72. Some goalies. Bobby Murdoch. 83 design. We'll find a Barrasso rookie. A strange blemish on that one. Yeah, so hockey knowledge isn't all that great. Yeah, those were thrown in for free. Can't beat it. The last place I stopped was the Antique Mall down the road, and I brought back some stuff from there as well. The first thing being this 2008 Topps Blasters from Series 2 with pull holes on the cover. I guess you can call that a cover, the top. But it was $20. I was like, wow, that's a pretty awesome price. They ripped the tag off, but checking on comps online, I think there's one listed right now, and it's like 60. There's none unsold, so not something you probably really are going to see very often. There's 10 packs inside of there, one game used memorabilia card inside of this box. So for $20, I figured I'd take a gamble. I'm not going to open it, at least not right now. It's going to go into my unopened collection, but I thought that was a pretty cool pickup for a pretty good price too. And I grabbed some packs. We have 2 packs from 2013. Not a super desirable year, especially not for rookie cards, at least in the base set. But these are $3 a piece. I figure we have something to rip open here, as well as this. I've never seen these before. I didn't even know what they were. I had to like Google search it when I saw them in the showcase. Sport Kings. I know this is kind of like Allen and Ginter or Gypsy Queen or something, but look for special memorabilia autograph and swatch inserts. I'm like, maybe we'll get like an autograph or something like that. So we're going to open these up. But the very last purchase that I had there was one of my favorites. So here is the final pickup from the Antique Mall. I saw this and I had to bring it back. You may know what it is already, just based off of those colors. And yes, it is 1989 Donruss counter display. Stocked full of 216 packs. So I was pretty excited about this. Let's rip these open now and see what we can find in 2013 Topps, and we'll open this Sport Kings Volume 2. I don't know if I've ever opened a pack of 2013 Topps. If I have, was probably one time, and it was probably back when they came out. I think Series 2, actually this is Series 2, Jose Fernandez, probably the best rookie card we're going to find in here. David Price. Back-to-back David Price. I know there's a lot of short prints to be found in here that are somewhat valuable and whatnot. James Shields. Mini. Ryan Wheeler rookie card. That was probably actually worth a little bit back in the day. Matt Garza and Chris Carter. I like the design of 2013. That's pretty nice. Pack 1 down to Series 2. No Jose Fernandez rookie. We have Prince Fielder on top of this next pack. Series 1. I guess we're looking for short prints. Rafael Soriano and Dylan Bundy rookie cards also in here. Granderson, who's recently retired. Ryan Braun. Cardinals team card. We have a gold in this pack. Mark Reynolds. A gold and maybe an insert. That's a funny photo. I love that card. Wow. There's an awful lot going on there. A lot of emotion. So we got a gold. They're numbered out of 2013. Davis and Reed insert card. Never seen one before. Chasing the Dream. Addison Reed. Crawford. So nothing too crazy in there. Definitely fun to open those. That place had a bunch of different packs, like 07 opening day and some other random stuff from the 2000s. I was like, I'll give it a shot and see if I can find anything decent. Let's check out Sport Kings Volume 2, advertising autographs and all kinds of goodies on here. Hopefully these aren't like Boys of Summer or something and I'm just not aware. But we have a bonus pack inside of here and just some randomness in cellophane. Everyone's probably laughing at me for buying this. Why did you buy that? Those are worse than Fairfields. Hopefully they're not that bad, but let's check them out. We have Emmitt Smith on top of this first one, so they're actually multi-sport, which I had a feeling going into it based off of what was on the box. Emmitt Smith starting things off. Sarah Hughes. When I first saw that for a second, I thought it was Hillary Clinton, like a young Hillary Clinton. I'm like, why does she have a card in here? Be pretty ridiculous. Mike Smith, Maurice Cheeks, Old Tom Morris. Back-to-back Maurice Cheeks, so you got put on the Omen watch list in one pack. The one was a mini, but I don't care. You're still on the Omen list. And Bernie Federko to end that pack. Vince Carter on top of this next one. Ted Simmons is going to be the last one on here. They make these very difficult to open. Do a contest and see which is harder to open. 89 score or these. Vince Carter, Jerry Grote, Tony Miola. So there must be one like mini per pack. Ray Allen's a mini in here. Roger Staubach. Saw that one advertised in the box. And there's Ted Simmons. Drew Brees on top of this next one. Ray Allen. There is the Breeze. I'm going to try to pronounce that name. Leah Pruitt. Babe Ruth. Nice. Mini. Winks, the horse, Darrell Waltrip, and there is the Ray Allen. So, another Emmitt Smith on top of this one. Mike Richter, Mark Allen, Drew Brees mini this time. John Morrissey, not Stephen Patrick Morrissey, big fan, but John Morrissey. Randy Johnson and Curtis Martin. The final pack before we dive into the bonus pack. Randall Cunningham in the back of this one. Bill Russell. Todd Pletcher. Is there going to be on an autograph or a relic? John Morrissey mini. Goose Gossage. And there's Randall. Bonus pack. We have here. This pack contains 2 exclusive parallel base cards and 1 Sport Kings bonus card. So you could get sketch cards, a bunch of other stuff. Alright. See what awaits us inside of here. Julia Mancuso. Dennis Potvin. What do we have here? It's going to be Darrell Waltrip. Relic. Darrell Waltrip from NASCAR. Oop, gave away Ray Allen. Stuck to the back of Darrell. Ray, I guess it's like a name variation, parallel, and Julia Mancuso, which I've definitely heard that name before, but Waltrip single memorabilia. So $17 for that. Not really sure if that was a good price to pay or not. I really couldn't see him being much less than that anywhere else. But that is everything that I brought back for this weekend. But overall, I think I did pretty well. And I'm pretty excited with the things that I found. So please drop me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite thing that I picked up was. And I appreciate you guys all watching. And I will have a video for you tomorrow night with the best of both worlds jam-packed box. So stay tuned for that and enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. I'll see you next time.